Good afternoon and welcome everyone to the At the Buzzer show featuring King Will and JessNett. I'm your host, King Will.
And I'm Jess.
All right, we're here to give you another great show today. Feeling good to be
Yes.
back, getting back into the groove of it. Yes, we kind of a little bit in the slow season because football season is over, but we got great basketball talk. So we will
Mhm.
talk a little bit about the NFL free agency, and then we'll dip into some of the NBA news. But first, we're going to start off with the South Carolina versus LSU women's basketball game. So South Carolina
Yes.
LSU had a very tough game. Back and forth. There was a little action going on. Cardoso pushing Flage, Flage brother jumping in the crowd. We'll get to all that. But Jess, how did you feel about the game?
Besides that, no, the game was great. It's better than every college game, every men's college game that I've seen this year. So,
Mhm.
um, it's beautiful to see the women's game get this much attention, even though not at the best circumstances. But either way, two great teams, two powerhouses going against each other, two great coaches. It was really nice to see. It was very, very close once again. First game was only decided by 6 points. This game
Mhm.
decided by I think 7. But either way, we all knew it was going to be pretty close and pretty intense. Very happy with it. Because I actually like both teams, so it's kind of up in the air for me. But um, to both coaches going at it, well, not going at each other, but saying two different types of things, which is still funny
Yeah.
to this day.
Yeah.
Look, Kimberly's going Kim, honey. She's that grandma that says she's that grandma that's going to say anything. You may not like what she say, but she's going to stick to it. She actually said something else recently that was pretty interesting as well. But I have no issue with her. But Dawn, of course, took the high road as
Mhm.
like she normally do. Because she knows she can't say everything that maybe Kim could
Mhm.
say. So, well, I think she may
But do
know
you
that,
feel like
but
that's fair though?
it's never fair. But we know why she can't say things that Kim can say. So, I mean, it is what
Mhm.
it is. Just like Caitlin Clark could do whatever last year and taunt people, not maybe not taunt, but maybe like talk trash and blah blah blah. And then Andrew
Mhm.
Reese could do something sort of similar. May have maybe went a little bit on the more aggressive side, but still was talking trash and it still got blown up. So, because we
Mhm.
know if it was the other way around, no one would really care. They'd be like,
Yeah.
whatever. So it's kind of like
Exactly.
that. I mean, it's kind of the same, and we know why we know why it's the way it is. So, but
Exactly.
overall, I can't wait till they see. I really hope and pray we can see them again
Mhm.
in the final four at least. Hopefully, they both take care of
Mhm.
business. And we'll take it from there. But I
Yeah,
enjoyed the
both
game.
games. I definitely enjoyed the game. Both games has been very close. I still think South Carolina's size seems to be an issue with LSU. I think Watkins and Cardosa gives LSU issues in size. I mean, Reese can do her thing, but
No,
that seems to
it is
be what
size.
gets.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna do. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on that. It is size,
yeah,
but Angel can take care of Cardosa. To me, she outplays her every these past two games. Cardosa have done fine, but Reese has definitely, to me, if you look at their besides their numbers, if you go by the eye test, Angel has done her thing. I mean, Cardoso is going to have, she is a big part of their offense, right? We know that.
yeah,
And her defense
yeah,
is legit.
exactly.
But Angel Reese, but I feel like if Cardosa does not play, they will be fine. I feel like they'll be fine. Like at least especially in these first to at least to the Elite Eight. They would be say
Oh yeah,
if she would have
absolutely,
got okay.
absolutely.
Angel Reese, honestly feel like they would be knocked out. That's my opinion.
Oh yeah,
If
well,
she
yeah,
does
yeah,
not
because South
play.
Carolina is definitely more deeper.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying. So I
LSU.
mean, that's why I say like Angel Reese is more valuable to her team. So
Mhm.
but I do think South Carolina, if they was to meet again, I feel like LSU has to play a perfect game. I feel Michaela's coming back from injury. You could tell she wasn't herself,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah,
And then Poa is I pre trying to tell. I told you and other people, Poa is a big part of their
yes,
offense. She
yes,
had because she's a real point. She just wants to take charges and play defense and pass the ball,
yeah.
and she makes good. Haley does not. You could tell she's like, what is this point guard position
Well,
again?
yeah, Haley is not a point guard. That's why I said
That's
you like Poa because that keeps Haley off the point guard position. And you put
yeah.
Haley at the off guard where she's a little bit more comfortable at. It seems to be.
And you could tell she's more comfortable because if they throw it to her for like if Poa kick it to her to a three that she's wide open at, she's way more confident. I mean, she could create a shot or whatever, but that's not her game. Her game is basically to score or rip.
Yeah.
So I mean, Poa will be big for them. I hope and pray that she's like her concussion will be gone
Mm-hmm.
by the tournament, which it should be. If they just said it was a concussion, so
Yeah.
and what
Well,
and
at least I think she can at least miss.
she
I
gonna be
mean, I
they'll
think
be
they
fine
good
for the
at
first couple
least.
games. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
I'll give them the first round. I think the second round is going to get tricky because there's so many good teams. I
Because they're
think the
not
second
going to be
round
the
might be
first
different.
seed. They're
Yeah,
not
they're
going to
not
be
going
the
to be a
seed.
one
They're
seed. They're
going
going
to
to
be
be
like a three again. Last year
yeah,
they
they're
were
going to
like
be
a
a three
three
seed.
or four,
Yeah,
and they might be three or four.
and that's why I said
So
that second round matchup going to get it a little bit more dicier. I think.
and don't count
But I
you.
think
My bad.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
And
My
I was
bad.
going to say I don't. I think it just depends on matchups. If they run into a team that's not as deep and don't have as much size,
If
they
they go
could
against
get
a
away with
Utah,
it.
if they go against a
Yeah,
Utah, you know, I love me some Peely. She is something special,
yeah,
but and she's unstoppable. I mean, she be average. She could get 30 by herself, honestly, but they'll still lose because they don't have the depth. So someone like, or even you watch out for UConn though. Watch out for
yeah,
UConn. I think they're gonna make some. But their size, just like LSU.
yeah. Size
Aaliyah
is an
Edwards is
issue.
to me she's a sneaky pick in the draft because she's gonna help someone
Mhm.
out. But she's like their tallest player. She's like 6'3", 6'4". And
Yeah.
if they run into against them, unless Paige has like what she can have like a big old game, I mean, they'll be fine against UConn. But if they play against someone like another who has size, UCLA has size,
Stanford
um,
has
Stanford
size.
has size. I know
Mhm.
Brink could do her thing.
Yeah.
What's the other team? There's a lot of team
Tennessee's
that
pretty decent with size.
I love
Tennessee.
Rakia Jackson. She's
Yeah, Tennessee
special.
decent with size.
Um,
There's a
Virginia
couple of
Tech.
teams.
Keatley might not play though,
Yeah,
and
Keeley
that's
might not
sad.
play. Yeah.
So if that they could beat them, but yeah, it's a lot of really good teams that sneaky teams.
Hmm.
And as you saw, the SEC is very on the women's side at least is really good. Like no one
Hmm.
really has a bad record, maybe just one. And so
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
they're really good. Notre Dame has a good team. I
Mhm.
love Hannah Hidalgo. She's
I mean,
nice
Nebraska was unranked and they gave Iowa, they beat Iowa one year,
in
and
the
then they
beginning.
gave
Yeah.
Iowa a run in this
Yeah.
conference championship. So, I mean, that's why I said a team like Nebraska can sneak up on you. I mean, like we were talking about Colorado. Yes, they might have fell off, but they're a team that might can sneak on you.
Yeah, Colorado can sneak up on you. And they have
It, it,
size
it,
too.
they have size. I mean, I thought NC State would beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame surprised me and beat NC State. So that's why I said this tournament is so open. It just really depends on who they might run into
And
that
USC,
second
you know,
round.
Our girl Juju might do her thizzle, but you know,
Yeah.
they lack a little size too. They lack a little size.
Yeah, they definitely like
So
side, and they like
but
depth
they did beat Stanford.
also.
They beat
Yeah,
Stanford though, and Stanford got
with
size.
Juju having a
So
bad and with Juju having a bad game, beat Stanford.
yeah, so
So
that looks good for them going into the tournament. So we'll see. If you want to know my final four, well, we might do our teams later who we think will make the final four. But
yeah, we'll wait till the bracket drops, and then we'll
when will the
look at
bracket
that
drop? Sunday, right?
Sunday. Yeah, because the men's are doing their tournament now. They should be done by. So I think selection Sunday is this Sunday coming up.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Hmm. Yeah. So what next? Also, while the college teams are chasing the March Madness and for the championship, we also have the NBA that is also
Mhm.
chasing that Dave O'Brien Trophy for the NBA championship. There's multiple teams looking good, multiple players looking good. Denver is on a hot streak. I keep telling y'all. I keep telling y'all. This Denver team might be a dynasty. I keep telling y'all. I keep telling you. See, first let me start off like shout
Shout out
out
to
to
you.
my.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you for saying
I
that
know
they
I
were
said I've been on the Denver train going on. Let's see,
for a
2020
few years. For a few
for a
years
few
now. You
years. I've
have.
been on the Denver train.
You
I've been
have.
telling folks this Denver squad might be a dynasty because they already locked up Michael Porter Jr. They already locked up Murray. They already locked up Jokic. They locked up Aaron Gordon. They got a nice core, and as long as they draft right, but as I said, Denver's still my pick to win the championship. I've been on that since the beginning of the season. But you have multiple teams still good. You still got Oklahoma City. You still got Minnesota. Ant-Man looking like an MVP. Did you see what the Ant-Man said on the interview? What he said when Kawhi Leonard came out the game? What did he see?
Oh, he said he saw food. He's a mess. He's so funny.
Food.
I still
That
don't think
man,
he has a right.
that
He could be the
that
face
goes
of
shows the confidence. He can definitely be the face of the league. And
the
that's for
only reason.
discussion for that about why he ain't the face of the league. Go ahead.
The only reason I would say that they will not put him in the face of the league, because you know it's all about politics. He's a little, and I'm just gonna keep it a bean. I like him. I make fun of him with you, but all jokes aside, his talent wise, he's legit, and I agree with that comparison. I don't know about you compared to Jordan. I like the comparison of D Wade mixed with Kobe. It's a mixture because he's not like a great shoot. He's gotten better, but he's not a great like 3-point shooter
Yeah,
or
he's not a
whatever.
great. No, he's not a great three-point
His
shooter.
moves are like, I still feel like he's not as poised with his. It don't matter. It goes in and it's nice, blah blah blah. And he's super athletic, so that don't matter. He could definitely be the face of the league, and he plays on the defensive end like no other. He's great on the defensive end. He just, I mean, let's keep it a bean. He's a little bit too urban. I mean, he's just a little bit too urban for these people, and I don't think people are ready. That's just my opinion, because you know how it is with these with politicking. They don't. I feel like he's a little bit. He's not safe enough. Luke, I know Luca, but Luca is more of their type, and I'm just keeping it a beat. Do I agree? Do I agree with it? Do I agree with it? No. I just want to say, do I agree with it? No. But that's just the way it go, and you know it.
Adam Silver needs an American-born face of the.
It's Tatum.
Tatum is just too lame. Let's just keep it honest.
He's not lame. They like lame mixed with. He just has more what they like.
He's too robotic. When you watch him, he doesn't have that charisma to him. I mean, you can be like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is lame. We feel like Peyton Manning is lame.
Nah, Peyton Manning is very charismatic.
But that's why they keep. Jason, show me what character.
All those. What do you mean? He's funny as heck. Peyton is very funny. That's why he be in all those commercials. Him and Eli are very funny.
Because they're trying.
They've been doing this since. He's been in commercials since 2000. What do you mean?
Hold on, and then let's keep it buck. I keep telling y'all, Tatum, the tier y'all putting Tatum at is not the tier that I don't see him.
Of course not, but that's what
tier.
We get you.
No, you're not gonna blow me off on that. Y'all want to put Tatum at a tier of a superstar with a Jokic, with a Giannis, with a Luka.
His numbers speak there. His numbers are, and he still went to an NBA championship before Joker. Yes, he lost, but let's just keep it a bean.
And what he did in the finals. Who was the best player in the finals?
I just said that he didn't get it done. Well, you want to talk about that? All I know is that boy that you talking about last year when Tatum got hurt after the first play. That thing was cheeks.
That don't matter.
Cheeks.
When they play that Golden State Warriors finals, who was the best player?
I'm gonna change my name. I'm gonna change my name to JessNett says Buns, because he was Buns to that, and I was looking forward for the greatness. I was looking forward.
He is not that good. Once again, I watched the.
Not that good.
What was the game? I watched the Cleveland game. Once again, I knew Tatum was finna miss that shot because we all know what Tatum gonna do. That fadeaway, midway. He always miss it.
It works.
Look up the numbers. Hold on. Also, look up the numbers.
He's 1 in plus and minus. He's 1 in plus and minus for his team this year.
Look up the numbers on clutch points. Hold on. Look up the numbers in clutch points.
Oh my gosh.
He's the worst.
Okay, fine. And DeMar DeRozan is great. But do you put DeMar DeRozan like number 2 in that? But do you put DeMar DeRozan? You would pick DeMar DeRozan before Tatum?
They're the same player.
You know what? We back to this blasphemous. After this hiatus, you still be saying the craziest stuff, and I don't understand this disrespect. Like I just don't get it. I just don't.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. Do you actually trust the Boston Celtics?
I do this year. This is the first year I've been. This is the first year This is their best looking team. Even when that
Did we say that last year?
No, I didn't say that last year. I said the one with Ime was better than the one, and you know that. You know, I've been saying, yes, I have. I've said the one for Ime
But
Udoka was better
did
than the
they
one for
win a
last
championship?
year.
Did they win a championship with that
I don't
team?
want to hear it. You asked me about that question. The question was, did I say that they were better last year than the year before? And that was a big fat no. I said the Ime Udoka year was better than last year's, but this year is better than both. They're better on the defensive end and on offense as well. Because of Porzingis, shout out to Porzingis. Porzingis been looking good. Do not lie to yourself. Please
No,
lie.
he's playing good. No,
Okay.
no, no, no.
Okay. He
They
is big for
they
them.
they 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 are fool's gold. They're giving y'all the Peyton Manning. They're giving y'all the great regular season just to let you down in the play. Just to probably let a Miami Heat
They're the
squad that's going to be a
Dallas
seven
Cowboys.
seed.
They're
I
not the
trust
Dallas
the Miami
Cowboys.
Heat more than the Boston Celtics.
Okay, fine. Well, the Miami Heat, playoff Miami Heat is very different. We all know this. That's why no one cares
No,
that
no, no, no.
the
This the best Boston Celtics team. I don't want to hear that excuse. I don't want to hear
no,
about no
I'm
playoff
telling
Miami
you.
Heat. There
Well,
is
I
no
mean,
more.
they
Y'all
are
gotta
Miami.
stop giving Jason Tatum excuses because one, he is
I
not a
was
best.
giving a
He is
bad
not.
excuse. I
He is.
said he was cheeks in the finals.
He's
I
not a
did
top
say
10
that.
player. He, I can question him being a top 15 player. We can. And you know I can.
Lord
And
forgive.
when I prove it,
Lord
and
forgive
all I can say
William
is
for
when
he
I
know
prove
not
it
what he
right,
do, Lord. He know not what he do.
When Boston chokes again in these playoffs once again. And let me tell you something. Here's the crazy part. I actually picked Boston to be in the finals. If I go back, I said it was going to be Boston and Denver was going to beat them. I'm going to completely change my pick. It's going
I
to be.
think last year if Boston would have went there instead of Miami, Boston would have possibly beat them. I do think that.
How? Who's going to guard Jokic?
No, it don't. What's his name?
Who's going to guard
Oh,
Jokic?
Robin Williams is there. He probably would have tried and guard him.
He would have been
He
fooled.
would have
He would have
tried.
been
He would
fooled.
have tried.
He would have tried.
Who on Miami Heat? Who on Miami Heat could be a Tatum or a Brown?
What you
Besides,
mean?
well,
Jimmy?
besides
Bam?
Jimmy.
Have you
Well,
been seeing how Bam been playing?
did you see Jimmy how he played last year in the finals? Did you see he was okay, but he wasn't great.
I mean, they were outmatched.
Oh no, now you're making excuses for Jimmy.
Miami was outmatched against Denver.
Miami was outmatched. Will Boston be outmatched? No.
Boston's out.
Next,
Let me tell you something. Hold
next
on. Let me
one.
tell you
Next one.
something.
Because you know
There is no one in the Eastern Conference that can beat. I'm gonna tell you teams they can't beat if they meet.
Milwaukee. If Milwaukee gets together, if Doc Rivers get his life together, then they could possibly beat Denver.
You just said it wrong.
Their bench was kind of.
Who's their coach? Who's their coach?
Dr. Marie Marvin Rivers.
The most overrated NBA coach in NBA history, Doc Rivers.
Now I agree. He's look, he's overrated, but
the East they can't beat Denver, they can't beat Oklahoma City, they can't beat Minnesota.
Wow.
If the Lakers get in the final, they can't beat the Lakers. They can't beat that. These are teams that are by far better than these Eastern Conference teams.
They're better than Boston. They're better than Boston.
Yes.
All those teams are better than Boston. All those teams are better than Boston.
Oh, hold on. I won't say they better than them now, but let me say this: I trust them more in the playoffs.
Okay, well, if you want to say
trust them in the championship,
that's respect.
I don't.
That don't mean that. That don't mean that's going to happen. You can respect.
This is exactly what's going to happen because if you watch that Cleveland comeback, it always
respect my grandma, but I didn't come macaroni and cheese, and that's just a fact.
Am I wrong? This ain't what Boston do wrong. Tatum start jacking up them hard shots, trying to be in Kobe mode. Jaylen Brown all of a sudden can't dribble with his left hand no more. Jaylen Brown can't all of a sudden dribble with his left hand. Look, let's keep it real. This is what always happens. And then Joe Mazzulla. Joe Mazzulla be looking. Joe Mazzulla be looking at confused because we all know Joe Mazzulla is not a good coach. He's not a good coach.
He's okay. He's not a bad coach.
He's not a good coach.
You just out here just be saying stuff like that. Is okay. He's okay.
I can prove it.
He's okay. He's not buns, but he's okay. Would you pick him over Doc Rivers? Would you trust him over Doc Rivers?
They're about the same level.
That's really disrespectful.
They're the same level. They're the same level.
I got to give Doc a little bit more. Well, no. Well, maybe not. I know he got the most. He lost the most leads. I know.
I am a fan. I am a fan of Kevin Garnett. So let me first start off with this. I am a fan of Kevin Garnett. But him and Paul Pierce and Doc Rivers all are living off that one championship.
Why do you say him? Kevin Garnett earned that championship. Why would you
I didn't say they didn't earn it, but if it's almost like you remember when I told you about Anthony Davis. We all changed our look of Anthony Davis once he won that one championship. If
I mean, that's true. No, I agree with you
and
wholeheartedly with that.
so my thing with KG is they had that squad. Let's talk about it. They had that squad, and as much as we get on the Miami Heatles with LeBron and Bosh and Wade for
Mm-hmm.
having winning 2 championships out of that
Mm-hmm.
5 years together, Kevin
Yeah.
Garnett only won one. They won one, and they had
Okay.
to fight and scrap against Kobe them to get it.
Well, because Kobe's
So
like that. I hope you
so
realize
that's what I'm
that.
saying. So with Doc Rivers has been living off that one championship. We don't talk about
With
him
Doc,
blowing
I'm
the
not
lead.
gonna talk about them players
We don't
though.
talk about the blow the lead with Orlando Magic and Tracy McGrady. He
I
blew that
do.
lead. We're not going to talk about how he had probably one of the greatest teams
Oh, the
assembled and never
Clippers.
won a championship
There's
with the
no way
Clippers.
they didn't win a championship with them.
No way. No way. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that choke job he did in Philly. Doc Rivers don't win. He doesn't win. So I don't trust Milwaukee. Boston's a choke artist. Philly got Embiid. We got to hope he doesn't get hurt.
Well, word on the
Cleveland,
street is Embiid is just way better than Joker. How do you feel about that?
how can you be better than someone if you can't even beat on the court?
I don't know, but his win, he
No,
doesn't
no,
win
no,
it.
no, no.
He has a winning
How,
record against Joker. That's what they tell me. That's what they told me.
so, well, tell them
That's what
people
they
they don't
told
know what
me.
they're talking about. Because first of all, how you better than a player you're not on the court? 1, 2. How you better than someone?
Well, when
He
they
hasn't
face
even.
each other,
Hold on. He has not passed the second round of the playoffs.
let me first say this. I just wanted to mess with you, and you know that, because I think Joker's better. But the fact of the matter is that I will admit when they do face each other, Embiid has had the better. He's played great against
Hold
Joker.
on.
I mean, that's just.
Hold on.
Now, do I think that means he's better?
Wait a
No,
minute.
but I'm
Wait a
just
minute.
letting
Don't
you
Jokers
know
get his point? But don't Jokers get his points though?
he do, but he don't win again. I mean, if you look at the winning record, look at the record.
And then tell Jokers to holler at tell him be to holler at Jokic in the finals. He can't even get past the second
Okay,
round.
you know what?
So let's talk.
You know what?
So
You got it on that. You got it on that.
How can you talk about the
But
club? You can't even get in the club. You can't even get in the club. You can't even get past second base.
here
Like
we
you
go.
can't. So that's what all I'm saying. Embiid might play.
But I want you to look at how he's. You get
He won't
hype.
play the man in Denver, and then he won't play the man in Denver.
He
Why
didn't
won't
play him in
Denver
there.
against him? Why he won't play against him in Denver? Why he always seen no voice?
He was hurt as always.
I don't want to hear that. Stop with the excuses. You know how I feel about these excuses y'all be giving NBA players.
Okay, you're
Y'all
right.
know how I feel. You know how.
But I just wanted to message you on that one because you've been wanting to vent for a while.
Man, get out of here.
Nah, all jokes aside, if I was a player, I would definitely want Joker. I would rather want Joker than Embiid. First off, I don't care how slow people say he is or how Embiid is better on defense or better on his feet. At the end of the day, you can't stop him, and he's still going to get his numbers no matter what. And if you do slow down his points, he's going to have probably 15, 16 assists to go with his rebounds.
Let's have a conversation about Jokic. Let's have a serious conversation. I don't know why nobody wants to have this serious
Oh
conversation.
Lord, is this about the Shaq thing? Because honey, I don't want to talk about that. Are you about to bring that up?
Not even Shaq. Let's just ignore all that. How far do you think Jokic's legacy can take him? Because I think ultimately, at the pace he's at, because again, he's favored to win the MVP again, and if he wins another championship, we're talking about possibly 3 MVPs, 2 championships.
Mm-hmm.
Is he now entering top 20 all-time territory?
I know for you, you're gonna say yeah. I feel like it's a discussion. I feel like it'd definitely be a discussion, but I have to look at all the players, and I don't look at eras because that's what casuals like to do. Because you can't help whichever you play in. I'm one of those people that don't like to talk. I don't like to talk about that.
So let me ask
oh
you
well,
this.
look who he played against, honey.
Do you have Kevin Durant in your top 20? Do you have Kevin Durant in your top 20?
Yeah, I do. I have Kevin Durant in my top 20.
If Jokic gets another championship and another MVP,
it's a discussion.
Do you think do you think you could put him over Durant? Because one, he'll have 2 more MVPs and he done won 2 championships. People like to disagree how the way Durant won his championships, given how you take
I don't go into that crap.
Everyone will get it, but they'll both have 2 championships, and Jokic will have 2 more MVPs.
Okay. Look, listen. Resume is huge in the top 20 and top 10, right? We have to look at all that. That is a big thing because at the end of the day, your resume is what people look at. If like our kids from now, our great grandchildren, they're gonna look at a resume and say, "Oh, he was better because he had this and had that." So I mean, I can't really answer. I'm just gonna say I guess because his resume will be better, and we usually go by resume. So
So let me
I
say
mean,
this.
I
I'm
guess
about
because
to.
that's why people put Steph Curry over Magic. They feel like his resume is better. I
Okay,
personally don't, but that's what
people
people
say
do.
that. The people that say that must can't read because
Magic
Magic's
has more
resume.
championships, but as far as MVP, or no, sorry, not MVPs. As far as everything else and how he changed the game and all that other stuff,
I
I
mean, Magic
mean,
changed the game too.
but but Steph did it. Steph got little kids doing things that we never seen before. I wasn't there
But
when I wasn't there. I'm not gonna act like I was there when I was Magic when I was a kid when Magic was playing. I'm not gonna act like that. So I don't
so hold
know.
on.
But for what I've heard, he was transcendent. But
The the fast break offense we in now, Magic was the beginning of that
I
fast
get it.
break offense.
Showtime. I get
So
it.
he was a 6'8", 6'9" point guard. Have we seen that since? Like honestly, like a true six
Um.
eight, 6'9" point guard.
Well, LeBron James. I mean, we've
LeBron is
seen
not a
him
point
do,
guard.
but
I
he
mean,
has. I mean, he has. He has
I'm
played
talking
point
about
guard.
I'm talking about someone who full time played point guard, was the point guard of the offense. Thank you.
Penny.
Thank you. Penny
Penny.
was okay. Penny.
Penny was
He
six
did,
eight, and
and he
Penny
didn't
did do
last.
all that stuff.
And he didn't
Okay,
last.
don't see.
And
You
he
wanted
didn't
to bring
last.
that up. Your
And he
question
didn't
was.
last.
Your question
And but
was.
hold on.
Did we
And
see
what
that? We did.
and who did we say Penny was 2.0 of? Magic.
Oh,
She
I don't,
transcended.
but I guess
Transcended.
I didn't.
Transcended.
I didn't say it, so
Jalen Rose, tall
I
point
didn't
guard,
say it.
Jalen Rose, Penny Hardaway, they
Yeah, they
all
all say
Jalen.
Magic. They all say Magic. I agree with you. I'm just letting you know, like, but in
That your
today's
that your
world, it is all about
that your
Steph.
people don't know how to read, that they can't read, they don't know how to read a
Why would
resume.
they gotta be
That's what
my
it
people?
is.
Because I seen it. It could have been.
Because hey,
What if it's one of
because
your
your people,
favorites? What if KG said that? What if someone else said? I mean, they're not my people.
I would tell him he don't know what he's talking about. Dead ass on his face. Like, come on now.
But that's what people say. But I'm saying, like, people look at how he. Okay, this is why people put Steph above Magic. From what I've seen, they say it because he didn't play with another 75 a 75 player. That here we go. I don't agree. Look, I don't like casual people talk that say stuff like that. But that's what people say. So
Kids.
not besides the K, because they say, yeah, KD was with him, but his last one he didn't win with no. First off, let's act like Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, whether you don't like them or not, they are going to make the Hall of Fame.
And time out. Steph Curry didn't play with who? A top
No,
75?
yeah,
Wait, what you mean?
that's what they say.
Again, this is again. Your people
Don't
can't
know.
read, so
Besides
Kevin Durant
KD,
doesn't exist.
no. Listen.
What you mean
No, I
besides
agree.
KD?
No. Listen. No, I'm trying to tell you what they mean. They're saying multiple championships without a top 75. He won 2 with KD and 2 without him. That's multiple. They say multiple. I mean, I'm just letting you know.
Hold on.
So the last one and the first one, they're saying, oh, he won multiple without Kevin Durant.
But he won 2 with Kevin Durant.
Okay, I get it, but I'm letting you know. Okay,
and you won all these games and blew a 3-1 lead.
You're missing the point. They're saying that he won 2 championships without a top 75 player.
How many finals MVP he won out of them championships?
He won one, right? He won. Finally, he won one. Yeah, he deserved that one. He deserved it.
About time.
Well, the first one. He should have won the first one too, though. Will he should have won the first one?
No, you know who should have won that.
Really?
You know who should have won that Finals MVP, and I don't even like
LeBron.
To say it.
LeBron.
Yes, and I don't even want to say it, but LeBron James should have won that Finals MVP.
I agree because they gave it to Iggy, and LeBron averaged how much he averaged? 35, 12.
They gave it to Iggy for shutting down LeBron to 38,
12,
and
8.
And he was shooting at a crazy 58%.
Yeah, that's junk crazy.
And they gave Iggy, and they said you did a good job shutting down. Look, that's why I said the Michael Jordan LeBron James argument. Everybody know I'm a Michael Jordan fan. I don't argue it no more. I just say, look, I'm a fan of Michael Jordan. but because I can argue for both sides. But
Hmm.
I will admit that was LeBron. Those finals,
That
it
was
was
crazy.
ridiculous. It
And
was
whether
ridiculous.
people know it or not, they
It
don't
was
like to say
ridiculous.
it. He would have kept on winning if KD didn't come. They could get mad at me if they want to. They could say I'm lying, but the
Mhm.
LeBron and them would have won. They would have won two. They probably would have won three in a row. But Kyrie would have stayed. They would have. I think they would have won back to back to back
Yeah.
if KD didn't come. People would want to say,
No,
"Nah,
no.
bro." But it's
I won't say it's a no doubt, but I think it would have been a
ninety
good one.
percent. They would have been 10% other people, but 90% they would have been like, because LeBron was on a different level at that time, and
Oh, he was. He definitely was. He absolutely was.
Kyrie confidence was through the roof, and him and LeBron were actually cool. Then they would. I think they would have won back to back, at least another one, in my opinion.
I would have loved to see it. It would have been interesting. It would have been
But
interesting.
to answer your question, Joker, he definitely he might be arguably top 15 if you want to go by all those numbers. And then when was
I'm
it
gonna tell you.
last year?
Let me tell you
Last
something.
year
If
he averaged a triple double in the playoffs last year. Did he average a triple
just
double?
about, just about.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
another. He was the first one, right?
Let me tell y'all. Let me tell you. Listen to me now. Joker, by the end of his career, if he doesn't have a catastrophe bad injury, will be at the end of his career will be a top 10 player of all time,
And
and
will he be
definitely
the
a
best
top
center of
five
all
center.
time?
He will have an argument.
Okay,
That's how much I trust him.
all right.
That's how good. And I've been telling y'all this. And then let me tell you, I know. Shout out to my homie Bobby. He said I jinxed him. But Sangu was the next one from Houston that was good. These European players are taking over the league, y'all. The European players are taking over the league. They're taking. You see, Wemby got a his brother is what 6'8". He's what 14, 15. The Europeans taking over the league, y'all.
Let me just say, Craig has a point. He said Ben Simmons was another guard to be like Mike. Magic Johnson. That I mean, that's true. That was your
Don't let
boy.
me.
Don't act like that
Don't
wasn't
let
your
me.
boy.
Dang,
He
when I was
is.
my boy, I was messing with you about him.
Don't lie. You said Ben is going to have an all-star caliber year, like a
I
year
mean, yeah, I
ago.
predicted him to come back.
You also
I mean,
said
I
that.
didn't expect him to be a head case, but I just thought it was injury reasons. I didn't expect him to be a
Well,
head
he
case.
just got surgery on his back today, so I mean, obviously he's still getting injured,
Man, he
but
need to retire. He need to
God
retire.
bless him. But that was funny.
He need to retire.
Okay.
NFL free agency was a little bit rampant this year. We had a lot of good moves. You want to go ahead and start making me depressed and talk about Russell Wilson going to the Steelers? Do you want to? I mean, I can start with you. Y'all losing Saquon,
I
but
mean, you're trying to be funny, but I'm actually happy for Saquon. He's gone somewhere that he is going to be beloved, brother. Obviously, he went to a rival, a division rival, and yes, that made my heart do like this. But at the end of the day, I'm happy for him. I could look at him and Jalen Hurts, so it's cool. I'll be fine. And like I said, he'll be somewhere where he'll be way more appreciated. So that's cool with me. And I hope and Jason Kelsey, he was laughing, but he's low key serious. He was like, really, y'all started doing this when I want to
I
retire.
mean,
But
they
why
probably
you
got some money to go spend.
well, listen, all I'm saying is I'm happy for the man and he's gonna do great for them. Let me just say he's gonna do great for them. Um that tush push is gonna be crazy. Cause him and Jalen bench like over 300 pounds or something. Like that thing's gonna be nice. But yeah, I'm
I
happy
mean,
for
they
him.
ain't
And
fixed. They got holes in the offensive line, but I mean, hey,
they got
like
Gardner back. I know that's defense, but I'm just letting you. They got Gardner back too.
they basically bought a Ferrari, even though their house is a shack. But hey,
It is not that bad, friend.
they
They'll
don't
be
have no.
fine.
Their line is a problem.
I think they're still in the
We still
NFC
we got
East.
questions about Jalen Hurts. We're
No,
gonna
we
have to be
don't. He's
real.
fine.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
He's
We do.
fine
We do.
in both ways. He's fine. Okay, so don't worry
We do.
about him. He'll be okay.
So, I mean, that was I mean, it was a good move. Giants were stupid. Now they paying the price for paying for Daniel Jones, and they don't want him, but they can't get rid of him right now because it's gonna cost. Um,
Our defense
what
look
else was
good,
good?
but it look. Don't talk
Then
about
you
his.
got then you got Kirk O'Chains
Craig.
going to
Let me just say,
the
Craig.
Falcons.
Let me just tell Craig. First off, it grew back, so we good again.
Yeah, Jess has said she broke up with Jalen after he cut his goatee. So my question: he grew it back, so it's paint on or something, or was it fake? I was lost.
No, I think his hair probably just grow back. But all jokes aside,
Thought it was painted on.
we're just on business behavior because I'm fully married, so we're good now. But we'll still be good friends. So but no, Kirk gonna do great in Atlanta. I think you want to talk bad about him because you say he buns, but I think Kirk is going to do great at least in the
Kirk is
regular
buns.
season.
His agent is
At
the
least in the
goat.
regular season.
His agent is the goat though. His
How
agent
did
is
his agent do this?
so how I broke it down to a lot of people how it kind of worked. When Kirk Cousins was at Washington, he had a decent year. Washington didn't want to pay him, so he took a chance and said, "Oh, I'll play on the tag." He played on the tag twice. He did good enough, and then he caught a market that there wasn't any good quarterbacks, so that's how he was able to fleece himself into a fully guaranteed deal. Because a lot of people don't think about it, but the American white-born quarterbacks, white quarterbacks, there's not too many good ones that's been showing up lately. You know, Trevor Lawrence, question mark. Zach Wilson, bust, bust.
Trevor's fine.
Mac
He'll be all right.
Jones, bust.
Okay, those are
Like
best.
the last, other than Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is
Justin
the good
Herbert's
one.
good.
Is he?
Stop. You know he's good. Just because.
Is he?
Stop.
Is he? What has he done?
Besides what he do, look at his talent. His talent is good. I'm thinking about talent. His talent's good. Trevor's talent's good. The other
What has
people,
he
you
done?
got it.
What has he done? All I know is he blew a what? What was they up 36-3 again? What 30
We were
points
talking
up to
about something that
Jacksonville?
happened 2 years ago. I mean, last year, child. You
What
talking about something that happened last year.
what happened this year?
I don't remember. Oh, he got hurt, honey. Don't act like he
He got
was
hurt in the last
hurt.
game. He got hurt in the last
All
game.
right, so boom, shush. You know he's
They
about.
didn't make the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs.
I mean,
He had Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. You have Austin Eckler, and somehow
I bet if you pull up, you love stats. I bet you if you pull up his stats were looking immaculate. His stats are straight. It's the stats. You want to look at the stats now?
What is up with you kids and talking about stats? Let's talk
It's
about
you. You love stats. Oh, no.
Let's talk about
Really?
championship.
Really?
Have you
Now
made
you're
it to the playoffs? Huh? Have you
But
made it to the playoffs?
so for him, we're gonna talk about that because you love stats. You love talking about stats and QBRs and all that other stuff.
Are basic. 2020, 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. 2021, 38 touchdowns, 15.
Okay, I'm talking about last year.
2022, last year, 20 touchdowns, seven interceptions. Wow.
Okay.
3,000
That's
yards.
okay. Oh wow, 3,000. Oh my God, that's not a lot.
Justin Herbert is not. So let's keep going down there. Who else you got? Rodgers. You still putting our faith on Rodgers?
I'm not gonna say I put faith on him, but I bet if he didn't get hurt, he was probably gonna have another 4,000-yard season. But that's just a hip. I'm very sure. With that lineup that they had, with who they had,
they would have been hyping
okay.
Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy has given hope for the great white quarterback again because there haven't been that many good ones. There has been more good black quarterbacks. Look, Patrick Mahomes is the #1 quarterback. I mean, think about it. You got Patrick Mahomes. You got Lamar.
Quick question. Do you put sorry, y'all. Do you put Josh Allen before Lamar? Because a lot of people still do.
But right now, yes.
Okay. I actually agree.
Only because Josh has proven it in the playoffs. Lamar still hasn't given us that playoff success yet. But
I mean, he finally made an AFC championship.
But I will tell people, look, that doesn't mean nothing bad because I always tell people, go look up Peyton Manning's first couple of years, first like 7-8 years. He was doing good in the regular season.
I'm about to say his regular season numbers were off the chart.
That's what I'm saying. Lamar is kind of like on a Peyton Manning train if you think about it.
No, actually, I think it's the other way around.
But no. When you
I think it's Josh Allen.
Josh Allen does good in the playoffs. He does good.
I mean, last year.
I mean, the man was 13 seconds away from probably beating Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City.
Yeah. No, that wasn't in Kansas City. That wasn't Kansas. I'm sorry.
Kansas
City,
yeah.
My bad. It wasn't Kansas City.
So,
you're right.
So that's what I'm saying. So
what happened this year?
He actually did good. He's just long. But look at the stats. He actually did good. Lamar actually has bad games in the playoffs. Let's just keep it real. He
Yeah.
had a bad game this playoff. That's what I'm saying. Now go look up Peyton Manning's first couple year playoff stats. They were bad. They were
Yeah.
bad. They were
Yeah. They
bad.
weren't. They weren't great. They
They were
weren't great.
bad. So that's what I'm saying. Give Lamar grace. Give Lamar time because now we all
We
say
gave,
Peyton Manning's
look,
the greatest
since we gave
quarterback of
Peyton
all
Manning
time.
grace, we got to give everyone else grace.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just say it like that. But also good NFL free agency moves. Kirk Cousins, I mean, it could work. I think it's going to blow up in the face later on. But for 1 year, I can see it work. I question
They
36-year-old
signed him
on
4
fucking extension.
years. They
4
signed him
years,
for 4
100,
years.
100 million guaranteed. That's why I said his agent is the GOAT.
Oh,
What else
look,
was
I
a
see
good
your
move?
Steelers. I see your. Don't try and not talk about Russell. I see your Steelers. Besides Russell, y'all got what's that dude from the Ravens? Y'all got someone really good from
Oh,
the
Patrick
Ravens.
Queen. Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
but we got Russell Wilson. I've lost
Stop.
confidence in the
See,
season.
that man
I've
had
lost confidence.
that. I know. Y'all want to talk about last season? If you look up his last season, he wasn't trash. Last season, he wasn't that bad. Like the first one, the second season, I want to blame that. I'm not going to blame it all on what's the head coach that really
Sean
is.
Payton.
He was terrible to him. And let's just keep it a mean. From what I read and from what I've seen, what I was told, he's terrible. He was terrible to Russell. He didn't even want the man. He didn't want him at all. But he still did okay last year. Then he got hurt. Then it was a wrap. And then but he did. If you
Crazy
look
$5
up, if you want to look up numbers,
million
look up
to
those
get this.
numbers. Look up those numbers for Russell last year. Russell last year was not terrible. I'm just trying to give you hope. I'm letting you know I don't think he's gonna be terrible, or whatever.
I have no hope. At least my Miami Hurricanes giving me hope.
Child, that should be the one you should be worried about. I don't know why you out here.
Leave my Hurricanes alone. Leave my Hurricanes alone. We coming back. We winning this year.
You say that every year.
I feel it this year. This year, I feel it this year. This year's the year. Russell Wilson had 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was okay.
But they were 7-8. They were trash.
Okay. He didn't even play the last 3 games because they sat him, remember? They didn't even play him.
Because he was so bad.
How from those numbers, he wasn't even that bad. Y'all traded Mitch Trubisky. Okay, fine. You want to talk about Daniel Jones? Fine. He's trash. I said it in the beginning. I don't care about him. Y'all trying to make me upset. I don't care. I'm already. I was sick. Don't make me depressed. Saquon is left, so I'm already annoyed. But at least he's going somewhere that I know he'll be treated right. But you know what, Gregory? Gregory Morales Stevens. I gave you a middle name. You don't have to talk about this.
Eli Manning. Their quarterback was Eli Manning.
2 championships. But anyway, it's cool though. So all I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is this. He will though. But anyway, we gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. I think Daniel Jones will finally. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care about him. So let's
load the team up and start on.
But let me tell you this: since you want someone new, go ahead and give me Russell, which I'm sure you will. You can have Daniel Jones and live your best life. You see, now you're good on that. So stop talking down.
I told you, Daniel
Stop
Jones was
talking
trash.
down on that man. Stop talking down on that man. And you get to see CC and all the beautiful kids. At least I got that. Like,
yeah, I guess.
So boom, and then we still got Michael Tomlin. So I said,
fire Mike Tomlin. I'm on the fire Mike Tomlin train.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. He's the best. He at least y'all made the playoffs every single year. Not every franchise.
You know what? I hate to say this, and then we're gonna end it on this because the show is time to wrap up. I'm gonna say like Mike Tomlin equivalent is Doc Rivers. He is Doc Rivers.
Why would you say something so ignorant? You really upset my spirit. Why would you say something like that? Really?
Overrated coaches.
Mike Tomlin is overrated?
He's an overrated coach. He's an overrated coach. One Super Bowl, all these years, one Super Bowl. Nah, man.
I'm like 2 seconds from low-key blocking you on every social media site after what you just said. Did you really just say that ignorance? You know that's not true.
Mike Tomlin's overrated. He is. He's Doc Rivers. He's the NFL.
I want you to snippet this, and I want you to tag me. And I really would love.
He's the
You
NFL
really
Doc Rivers.
how is okay, besides all I don't even know what to say after that ignorance. First off, let me just say, first off, so now that we're here, because we need to go somewhere very positive, I'm going to give y'all the scripture of the night because I said we're going to start doing that
That's true.
before, because, we need positivity in this world, especially after what William just gave you. We need
Mhm.
something good. So, what's the scripture that's coming tonight is from James chapter 1, verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Amen. I feel so much better after that, what you just told me.
And thank y'all
Okay.
for joining us again at the Buzzer Show. As I tell the truth and just sit here and have to understand that it is the facts that Mike Tomlin is the NFL Doc Rivers and he's
I'm
overrated.
about to throw up.
Just
Like, what
whatever.
the world is going
It is the man, the myth, and the legend. Yes, it's King Will.
on? And unfortunately, this is Jess.
And we'll see y'all next week.